Okay. Are we live? I think we should be. Let me just double check to make sure my sound is coming through correctly to you fellas. Let's see. Okay, yes it is. Hello there everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. I hope everything's fine with you there wherever you live. And welcome to the stream. Let's play some TF2 and have some fun today. We are at the London server today, as you can see. Let me open up my screen. The IP is also in the description down below, so you can copy and paste it from the description as well, my friends. And today, I don't know why, but today I feel like playing Sniper. I don't know, it's been a while since I've played Sniper, and it's not my best class. But I feel like doing that today, even if I have to suffer a little bit. Usually my worst class is engineer, so usually whenever I play engineer I don't have a good time. You know, you fellas already know that if you watch me from time to time. But Sniper is also one of those for me that's actually quite hard to play. But let's give it a try. We're here at Bread Space. You see, I don't play this map that often, but it's a nice map. I really like the space aesthetics. Perhaps we should have more space-themed maps in TF2. I think that's a good frontier to expand to, you know, makes sense. And I'm already here at the server with a bunch of good people here. You can see Firechard just died and Uncle Leo joined Team Blue. And we're gonna get rolled here so bad because we have two snipers. But it's okay, it's just the early game. If you fellas don't know how to connect to a community server, then all you have to do is come here to find a game, community servers, and in the favorites tab, you click on this button here, add a server. And then you paste in the server IP here for you to connect, and it will show up on this window for you to click and connect. So yeah. VPC is there on chat talking about the Flamengo game. Flamengo is a Brazilian soccer, a Brazilian football team, for those of you who don't know. Quite a... I got Da Vinci there. Quite a popular team, actually. So good luck, Flamengo, in today's game. I hope you're... Uncle Leo here. Ah, come on, Uncle Leo, that was rubbish. that was rubbish. What's the range on your fists? That's a long range fist for sure. So funny. But yeah, and also Inspector there. Hello there, Inspector. Glad to have you here on chat. Good evening. Yeah, for those of you who are on such daytime. Yeah, here in Taubaté, where I live here in Brazil, and we have a sniper going there in the other direction. So funny. Firechard is lost on the map. But this is a bad omen. You see, I saw the unusual effect before I even saw the spy. Okay, no, Uncle Leo here. There's no way I was gonna escape that. But yeah, where I live, it's still the afternoon here. It is 4 p.m. afternoon, you know, 4 in the afternoon. I don't know why it took me so long to say that. And has my game crashed? I just heard the ding from the card, and then the screen froze here. Perhaps my whole system has crashed. Yeah, it has crashed. But the stream is still going, it seems. Let me see. Yeah, the stream is still going. Okay, so at least we have that. It's been a while since I've had a crash in TF2. Don't really know what caused that. It was probably something related to capping the point, because all I heard was the ding for the cap, and then the game crashed. So that's weird. I'm just glad I did not reset my computer, because I was thinking, has the whole computer crashed or just TF2? And it seems it was just TF2. And now it won't launch. It's trying to process Vulkan shaders. What's going on, TF2? What's the matter? Here, so you fellas can see what's going on. I tried to restart TF2 and it's kind of stuck on this dialogue here. Processing Vulkan shaders. Maybe it's something to do with my video drivers, with my GPU drivers. Don't know what's going on. Let's skip this. Let's see what happens. I clicked on the skip button on that dialogue. Maybe I'll have to restart Steam or something. I don't really know. I don't know. It's been a while since I had a crash like this on TF2. Yeah, Yao is surprised. I'm too, Yao. That's so weird. Okay, something happened. I think the game will start launching now. Let's see. Let's see if it opens up here. Yeah, it's launching. Okay. Let's see if I can get back into the server. I think I will because I have reserved slots. Not that the server is full or anything, but I should be able to get back at it. So yeah. An inspector is saying there, I had to miss the previous stream, unfortunately. No Wi-Fi and not enough free time at the moment. Hopefully it's on today. Yeah, we are... Oh no, you're gonna miss... No, you had to miss the previous stream. Okay. Ah, okay, so you're gonna try to join today. Ah, now I get what you're trying to say, Spectre. Nice. I hope you manage to connect to play with us. And I hope I can connect as well and not crash. Because I don't know what's going on. Sometimes this sort of shenanigans happen to me on my gaming PC because of the NVIDIA drivers. You know, they tend to be kind of finicky on Linux, and sometimes because I'm running the latest version of the drivers, sometimes they have some bugs that have to get fixed over the next few days. But I'm here. I think you fellas can see my game. Yes, you can. Okay, so everything seems to be working, and I see that we have some people here. Don't know if other people crashed because I think we have one less player than there was on the server, so maybe someone else crashed as well, not just me. So that's interesting. I'm curious about that. So yeah, let's try to get another headshot because I think I'm on the attack team now. Okay, for a sec there I was a bit confused. What team am I on? I'm on blue team. Okay, that's good to know. And where is that scout? I don't even want to get close to the bread monster there. Just want to try and get some headshots. I have a video game player here with us. Very nice, my friend. So nice to have you fellas. Hi, Missa Connected. Welcome to the stream, Missa, and also Petra. Nice to have you here, fellas. I'm glad we are playing on the London server today. I know you fellas wanted to play on Europe because of your internet connection. You know, it is not very stable to the Miami server, so I'm glad you fellas managed to join us. I think we are gonna change maps now, or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait and see. So yeah, I haven't been using my gaming PC that much lately. I already talked about that last stream, that I'm mostly playing video games on my Steam Deck nowadays. And because of life and all of that, you know, work, I'm I've been very busy in the last weeks. Playing from the Steam Deck has been a lot more comfortable for me, you know. I can play lying on the sofa or lying in bed. It's a lot better after a tiresome day, you know, of work. So maybe my gaming PC is getting kinda jealous or something like that. Alright fellas, want to switch to Rumble. It's a Halloween map, but I don't remember which one it is. Rumble. Which map is it? I don't remember. Let's see it. I think it got into the game last year, wasn't it? Or the year before that. Something like that. It's a new map. I don't recall playing it that much. So yeah. An inspector is saying there, oh, I'm not joining the game. Haven't doing so for a long time because I avoid hyping. I simply couldn't follow the stream. Ah, okay, so you just could not watch the previous stream. I've been focusing on making art and posting on Instagram. Ah, that's very interesting, Inspector. How's it going for you? Very nice, pretty cool. What kind of art do you make? I'm curious now. If you can later send me some of your work on Twitter so I can I missed that. So I can take a look at it. Pretty cool. You know, I myself don't draw, but I really admire people who have that sort of skill, you know, artistic skills and that sort of stuff. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. And I think nowadays Instagram is really the best place for you to share your work and build a following in that sort of space, you know, in that sort of niche. Pretty cool. Hey, hello there, Skunozer. Glad to have you here on stream. And Yao here playing with us with his very nice unusual. Really like that unusual Yao. Very stylish, pretty cool. Okay, is that a spy? No, it's Uncle Leo. Okay. Nice, got a headshot there. I knew I would hit that shot. You know, it's a bit laggy because I am from Brazil, for those of you who don't know. And we are playing on a server hosted in London. So I'm playing with, what, 200 something ping. But for whatever reason, I knew that shot would hit. I don't know what it is, you know, some sort of feeling I have. Or because the game is laggy, I think that gives me a bit more time to process what's going on. I don't know, I always have the impression that whenever I play sniper with a higher ping... I got you there with the bomb, very nice. Whenever I play sniper with a higher ping, I play a bit better. I don't know if it is because of the lag compensation, you know, it's harder for the enemy to hit me because of that. I'm not really sure. Okay. I don't know, I felt like shooting this demo man was kind of a coward act. Or maybe it wasn't, because you see, I died to Petra there. maybe it wasn't such a coward act. Maybe I should have shot that demo man there. Very nice ragdoll, the Vinky. Ragdolls are the best, so funny, so funny. So yeah. Hey, and Joker Miles, hello there, Joker Miles. Saying, hello prof, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you my friend. Hope everything's fine with you as well. I'm coming to play with her. Ah, that's very nice. Yeah, let's have some fun together. Have many times, it's been a lot of times since I didn't play with you and the others, and I'm just chilling on these days. Ah, that's good to know, Joker Mars. I'm glad you are chilling and having some fun. You know, that's always a good thing, my friend. Come play with us, we're gonna have a lot of fun. If it weren't for that barrier there... Okay, but the Vinky got a backstab, that's also nice. Okay, let's try to close off this area. Uncle Leo, I think, got a kill there. Yeah, and we have a Demonite trying to come down the ramp here. And a spy. Okay, I think that was a dead ringer. I don't think that was really a regular death. Okay, and we have those Demonites there. I think it's probably Misa and Petra. With the objections, the conscious objector. Okay, no, it's fine, it's okay. Let's keep looking down the sides here. I think this is a good sniper position. I don't think I've ever played sniper on this map, by the way. You know, it's... When you think about it, it actually has some pretty long sights. You know, some long sight lines. But not in a bad way like Woodville, you know, in a good way. I think this map is, even if it is a very open map, I think it is more balanced than Woodville. I think, you know, it's just my impression. Don't know, I think I've played here, what, about 2 or 3 times. Ah, come on. Okay, got that scout. Ah, I have to get out of here. Let's try to get a headshot on the heavy. Ah, come on, Petra there got me. Very nice, my friend, very nice. An inspector is talking about his art project on Instagram. I posted 9 posters of my OCs. They are pixel art drawings made in Sprite, known to be the best program to make sprites for game animations. Yeah, Sprite is the best, I really like it. I've used it a lot as well. You know, I from time to time I like to pretend I'm a game developer and start a game project, you know. And whenever I need pixel art, I'll use Sprite. It's very good. Highly recommend it. I'm glad you enjoy it as well, Inspector. But what sort of pixel art are you doing? Is it very low res, like 32 pixels by 32 pixels, or is it a bit larger? You know, like 128 by 128? Because, you know, pixel art the look of pixel art can really vary depending on the resolution you are using. I always, you know, try to do very small sprites whenever I have to make pixel art. Currently, I'm playing around with TF2, the fantasy computer. You know, it's kind of like Pico 8, which is also that was so funny right now. Which is also a fantasy console. You know, a pretend a pretend video game. Okay. Ah, I have to remember not to stay on the scope for too long. Whenever I stay scoped for too long, I miss the shot. It has to be swift, you know. Okay, let's try to come around here. Where? Okay, there's a heavy up there. Ah, I missed the headshot. And there's a scout somewhere. Yeah, here. Let's allow the soldier to handle that. But you know, I'm messing around with TF2, the fantasy computer. Ah, nice. Got a headshot there. I think I'll stay here. They're gonna rush us from that side. Ah, I missed the shot. Ah, missed again. Okay, got him now. Okay, and there's a scout somewhere here. Okay, let's see if the medic will heal me. Thank you, video game player. And I'm making sprites for a video game that's kind of like 8 pixels by 8 pixels, so very small, you know. And that's the sort of size I can manage. I can't really make very good art, but you know, I can manage that resolution. 8 pixels by 8 pixels. And it's also actually, you know, kind of enjoying to work under those limitations. You fellas who watch me for a long time probably already know, but I have programmed a small video game once on Pico 8. And I think that the best part about it is working with limited resources. You know, kind of like you have a set resolution to work with, and you also have a set number of sprites you can use. You know, you can't make anything on those fantasy consoles. You gotta work under their limitations, and I think that's good because, first of all, you don't have to think about many different things. You know, you don't have much choice. Whenever I start making a 2D video game, for example, on Godot game engine, which is a great game engine, by the way. If you're interested in game development, go check it out, the Godot game engine. But I always, you know, get stuck kind of like thinking about what kind of resolution do I want for my game? What window size should I use? How many inputs, you know, in terms of controller or button inputs do I want? And what sort of art style do I want to use? And whenever I get stuck, I don't get anything done. And on fantasy consoles like Pico 8 and TF2, because they are so limited, I don't have to worry about that sort of stuff. So I can better focus on actually making the game, you know. I don't know, at least the projects I've completed or gotten close to completing. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. And I think I want to use the classic. Let's go for it. With the cozy camper, so I'm forced to use the classic. I don't have an SMG to fall back to. I don't know, I think that's the best way to use the classic, you know. But perhaps an SMG would be nice. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. This is gonna be fun. It will be nice. It will be pretty cool. Let's do this. But yeah, and the other thing I really like about, you know, fantasy consoles like Pico 8 and TF2 is the fact that you really, you know, I already said you don't have much to worry about. And the second point, I think I already talked about a little bit, is the fact that because you don't have that many choices, it is easier to focus on the work. Yeah, I already talked about it, so it's the same thing. I was gonna talk about it as if it was two different things, but it's the same thing actually. So yeah, but it's pretty cool. You know, if you fellas are interested on making games, learning how to program, you know, that sort of stuff, go check out Pico 8 and TK80. You know, I think Pico 8 is more polished, but it costs money. It's, I think, 15 bucks or something like that. It's not free. And TK80 is free. You can download it for free. You know, don't need to pay anything. Here's a spy. Can I backstab this? Okay, the spy died. There's a demo man here. Come on, demo man. No. Ah! That was reckless. So yeah. This map's pretty cool, I really like it. This is the one, I think, in which the saw blades appear from nowhere at a point in the map. This is a fun one. I like this map. It's the one with the bumper cart race at the end, I think. No, I want to stay at this map. This map's pretty cool. You fellas decide, but I'm gonna vote against the change. This is a good one. I don't have their Fitz. Hello there, Fitz. How are you doing? Ah, come on. And you fellas changed map. Okay, no problem. Hello there, Fitz. Yeah, Fitz is saying there. Oh, this is the one with the floating saw blades. So choky. Ah, Fitz doesn't like this map. But that's what makes it fun, you know, the floating saw blades. They are so funny. I remember to this day when this map released. I don't recall which year was it. But I remember when it released, I made a video, a gameplay, on my Brazilian channel, in Portuguese, playing the map, and whenever, you know, the saw blades appeared out of nowhere and surprised me, I had a good laugh, you know, it was a lot of fun. And one thing I thought was actually special is that the creator of the map, the original mapper, saw that video, saw my reaction to the saw blades, and left a comment there saying like it's so good to see you laughing about those saw blades. I also think they're hilarious. You know, I put them in the map because I thought it would be fun, and then I'm happy you found it funny. You know, it was wholesome to have a comment from the actual mapper who made that map. You know, it was nice. Certainly one of the high points of my YouTube career, you know, if you will. I really like that. So I have fond memories of that map. I really like it. It's a funny one. I've been saying, yeah, it's a silly change of pace. Definitely not one I would play religiously. Yeah, you know, but Halloween maps are for that, you know. They are a silly change of pace. It's pretty nice. On the other hand, I am a huge fan of environmental hazards, Fitz. I don't know you fellas what you think about environmental hazards on TF2 maps, but I really like it. You know, whenever a map has a pit or saw blades or some water, so there can be a pyro shark, you know. Okay, I think I damaged that soldier when he landed. I don't understand how, honestly, but okay. But yeah, I really like environmental hazards. Yeah, and the classic is not working out for me. Let's go back to the regular sniper rifle. If I'm gonna play sniper, I think that's our best choice, especially in this map, which isn't a very, you know, a map known for having long ranges. I think this is a more closed off map, you know. Maybe playing sniper isn't a good idea at all here. I don't know. Let's give it a try. Come on, could not hit them when they were standing still. That's lame. Okay, and we have here a Demonite, okay? No. Come on, Petra. How much HP do you have? Okay, I managed to get half of your HP. Yeah, and sniper is not gonna work out here. I'm already feeling it. You see, this is a closed off map. It's not a good map for sniper, I think. So yeah. Fitz is also sharing a story there. I made a video about payload shore leave and I was shocked when Crash showed up to the premiere. Oh, that's awesome! Wow, it's practically a celebrity. Very nice, Fitz, pretty cool. And that map is great, you know, it's a lot of fun. that pyro just fell in the hole. Is that correct? I think it is. They are already capping here. Come now, you're gonna lose. Yeah, no chance. Okay, but I got the assist on Leo. At least that. At least I got an assist on Leo. But yeah, pretty cool Fits. An achievement there for sure. Very nice. You know, I'm looking forward for this summer update. I think it's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna have some good maps added into the game. And it would not surprise me if we got a shore leave added, you know, or some other map from Crash. It seems he was really working hard to finish up some projects to have a chance of having something added into the update. So it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be cool. And on that note, Fitz is also asking what maps I would like to see added in the summer updates. I haven't been paying that much attention to the workshop, Fitz, but one we played last week. Let's see if you fellas wanna play it actually, because if you on next map, not right now, but on the next map. But one we played last week that I really liked. Where is it? It was also made by a friend of mine, but it's a good map. Was this one, Cough Gamma? I don't know if it's gonna go through. Yeah. I think it will. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's gonna go through. Okay, the overwhelming majority. Nice, 9 out of 4. Thanks a lot, fellas. Thanks so much. That's a nice map. Even if we play for just one round, I want to show that map to Fitz. Anyhow, here with us. Cough Gamma. It's made by the same fella who made Toontown and Ice Tower, which are also maps on the workshop that we played before here on this channel. And I really like his work. Nice, got there. With a lot of lag, but okay, we got the headshot. But I'm really a fan of Midlu's work. That's the name of the mapper, Midlu. It's solid work, you know, and it looks good, it plays well, has an interesting layout, and is well optimized. You can't really go wrong with a Midlu map. It's great. Nice, got a melee kill there. Making good use of the Shahansha, you see, with low health, you do more damage. And then we die, but it's okay, we got a kill at least. Overgrown is another one you were talking about there. I remember seeing you play Overgrown, maybe in the Brazilian channel. That one looks great too. I think we played it here as well. I remember that Overgrown, if I'm not mistaken, it was... I played that map when I met Ellison and Rika the Freaka, you know. They usually show up on streams here to have a good time with us. And I think the first time I played with them was in Overgrown, you know, on that map. So I really like that one as well. That has Uncle Liu with the cleaver. Very nice, my friend. That one has a nice aesthetic and an interesting layout. It's quite different for a CP map. I like it. You know, it's good you remind me of that. That's one I would like to see added into the game. Pretty neat. So funny to see the Demonite there running around. Like they are coordinating their charges. It's so funny. TF2 is such a quirky game. I like it so much. You know, it's been a while since I've played. Last time I played was last weekend on stream with you fellas. I didn't stream yesterday on my Brazilian channel because I was tired. So I took the day off yesterday. So the last time I played TF2 was during last stream here with you, last Sunday. And I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. You know, the prequel to MGS5. I started playing that on the... Ah, got you there. I don't know how I hit that shot, but I managed to hit. That was a nice shot. But yeah, I'm playing a lot of that game. And also 7 Days to Die on the Steam Deck as well. So, yeah, and they are quite different from TF2, so it is always refreshing to come back here and have some fun with you fellas. I enjoyed this game so much. It is lovely. And by the way, you know, since I'm playing a lot of my backlog of games, you know, I have a bunch of games on Steam. I've been on Steam for what? I think 10 years now, maybe a little bit more. Okay, is there an enemy here? I don't think there is. So I have a lot of games, old games piled up to play that I never actually... Poor soldier. That I never actually got to play, you know. And the Steam Deck's giving me that incentive. And I was thinking that... I think gaming peaked at the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, you know. Some titles from the PS4 era, like Metal Gear Solid 5, I think that was on the PS4, if I'm not mistaken, are pretty good. But I don't know, I'm under the impression that the peak in terms of good quality games was during the PS3 and Xbox 360 times. You know, don't know if it is because I'm getting old, but I think the golden age of gaming was really in the PS2 time. Then it peaked in the PS3 era, and then it started to decline, you know. I was thinking about, for example, the latest releases we got, and I think people were talking about a game called Redfall or something like that, which seems to be a mess on PC, and there's been a lot of games that work very poorly on PC. And also, you know, companies are employing some shady tactics to sell games and live services and all of that, you know, microtransactions. And it just makes me, you know, nostalgic and makes me appreciate the PS3 era. You know, about the time when TF2 was released. You know, maybe I could say from 2007 to 2014 or something like that. You know, I think that's the time frame. I think we had a bunch of great games released in that era, and you know, we had some of the modern, you know, comforts of gaming, like for example online gaming on Steam and the digital storefronts, but we still didn't have many of the hindrances that we have nowadays when it comes to mainstream gaming, you know, AAA gaming and all of that. Okay, come on! I thought I was gonna be able to do some damage to that heavy, but no dice. Didn't work. So yeah. Borealis is talking about there the time of Windows 7 and Windows 8. Yeah, that was a good time, you know. That was a good time. I still have Windows 8.1 installed on my computer, on a second hard drive. But yeah, Windows 7 in particular was such a good operating system. I miss those times, you know. Pretty good. Fitz is talking about there. Have you heard of the Boba skip in MGS1 speedruns? No, I haven't. What is that? Explain it to me, Fitz. I'm unfamiliar with that skip, you know. And speedruns in general, I don't really watch speedruns. I think it's neat, you know, but I'm not very well versed. I'm not familiarized with the speedrun world, you know, the speedrun community. Explain to me. I'm curious. And people say there, "Lol, the Redfall reviews are so brutal." Yeah, you know, I don't even know what the game is about. It's about vampires, isn't it, or something like that. I saw someone talking about it as if it were Left 4 Dead with vampires. Is that correct? Because other than that, all I know about the game is that it sucks. And not only in the sense that it runs poorly, but also in the sense that it's not fun. That it's kind of like a dull game. You know, a boring game. That's what I heard. But it seems that the reception is very poor, you know. And for those of you who haven't seen already, this one is KOF Gamma, King of the Hill Gamma. Go look for it on the workshop. I think I shared a link for it on last Sunday, you know, on Twitter last Sunday. I'm having a stroke here. Please excuse me. Joking, okay? I'm joking. I'm not really having a stroke. It's just that I'm getting old. And one thing that's very neat about this map is these water reflections. I even posted a GIF of them on Reddit and it was a huge hit. People loved this sort of animated reflections here on this map. It's pretty neat, pretty cool. Okay, got the engineer there. If I missed that shot, I was gonna be upset with myself. So I'm glad I managed to hit that shot. Okay, and the sentry is down. The medic is dead. Let's help the team. Kept the point. Nice. And we have a scout there. And the Demonites. Okay, let's try. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, that's a spy. And that was a dead ringer. Where is the enemy? There was a heavy jumping around. Ah, here's the spy. You see? You came back to try and hit the backstab. But no backstab for you, Mr. Spy. No backstab for you. And Hazmat's saying there, speaking of Windows 7, on January 1st, Steam will stop working on Windows 7. Not only Windows 7, Windows 7 and 8.1. My wife is actually very upset about that because she's still using Windows 8.1 on her computer. And we're gonna have to think about what to do with her system. You know. We are at this point we are kinda divided. What happened? Okay, I don't know what happened there, but thanks for the kill. I don't know if that spy was cloaked or not. But yeah, we are in doubt currently if we should download Windows 11 for her. I don't even know if her motherboard will support Windows 11. Or if we are gonna install a Linux distribution for her. I was thinking about keeping her Windows 8 installed for software. For example, she uses Adobe Photoshop and other image processing software, you know, for drawing and all that stuff. So maybe she could keep using her Windows 8.1 install for those software and not have to reinstall stuff and worry about formatting her computer. And maybe I could install Arch Linux for her for playing games on Steam. I think that's probably the best solution in that case. Because she also plays some games on the Epic Store, you know, from Epic. And I think the Epic Store is gonna keep working with Windows 8.1, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it is near end of life for that particular storefront. Ah, come on. Come on! So maybe I'll do that for her. In my case, I only have my Windows installed, you know, for some specific software. For example, if I have to use some work platform that's not available or not accessible on Linux, you know, I have to log in on some service or install some software for work, then I have Windows on a separate hard drive to do that. But for her, it is a bummer because she uses Windows 8.1 for everything. So we are at that conundrum, you know. Come on, Pyro. Ah, missed the shot there. Ah, missed again. Come on. Sniper is a hard job. Okay, I hit the heavy there. It was not a headshot, but I hit the heavy. Where? Ah, the demonites, no! Petra, your Helios, that's mask, that cool mask is Helios there. Pretty cool, my friend, pretty cool. So yeah. And about Redfall, Fitz is saying there, yeah, it's like Left 4 Dead 2 with vampires. But the AI is shockingly bad and there's poor optimization and the world is very empty. Basically, AAA games in a nutshell, you know, nowadays. I've heard they are mostly like that. Plus they are charging like $70 US for a very unfinished game. Yeah, AAA gaming in 2023. That's how it is. And $70 is a lot of money, especially for us outside of the you know, North America, Europe zone. $70 US is a lot of money. I don't know, I tend not to buy games that are over 50 Brazilian reais, which would be something like $10 US. I avoid that, you know. I don't think I've bought a game over that price range, $10 US, in the last year or so. And you know, that basically means I don't buy new releases. But considering how lame new releases are, you know, how unfinished, how broken, how empty, like Fitz is saying, new releases have been in the last years, I don't think I'm missing much. So whenever a game comes out that I really want to play, for example, Metal Gear Solid 5 that I've started playing recently, and Ground Zeroes, you know, the prequel, I usually put it on my wishlist and I wait like 5, 6, 7 years, and then I buy that game and I play it. You know, so that's how it usually goes for me. The other day, for example, I bought the Resident Evil remake, the first one, the first remake, for under $10, I think, under $10 US. And that one was on my wish list for a lot of time. So that's how I do it. What else are you saying there? And Fitz is saying, it's insane when you think how many great games are out there for cheap. I got Spiritfarer this week for $6. Yeah, you know, indie games are the best thing, you know. I'm really a fan of indie game developers, you know. Because they can provide good games at an affordable price. And you know, sometimes it's even better that they are indie because they are not so bloated. That sort of thing I was talking about in regards to Pico 8 and TK80, you know. I think that limitations in budget, in time, and all of that, they inspire creativity in a sense, you know. So that's pretty neat. It's pretty good. Go buy some indie games, fellas. Go play some indie games. Give some indie game developers some love, because AAA gaming, it's bad recently. You know, there are some good games, but it's becoming, you know, had a stroke here. It's becoming hard to find good AAA game releases, at least on launch, you know. I know, for example, a game that was also a mess on launch, that Cyberpunk game. I never remember the name, the full name of that game, but you know the one, the Cyberpunk something. Cyberpunk some number, something like that game. I heard that nowadays it's actually quite playable and enjoyable, you know. That's actually a pretty cool experience to play it nowadays. But on launch it was a mess. Ah, come on. And you know, it's a shame because I still remember the days when you could go up to the store, buy a game, you know, from a company you already knew, and you knew it would be cool. You know, for example, you could go to the store, buy a brand new Capcom game or Konami game, and you knew it would be nice because those companies were known for quality. And nowadays you can't even trust large companies, you know. The Cyberpunk game from CD Projekt Red, up until the release of that game, I remember that CD Projekt Red was known for releasing good products, you know, high quality stuff, and for not rushing games. It was kind of like their identity. And even them fell prey to that mistake of releasing a broken, unfinished game. So nowadays you can't really trust AAA game companies anymore. Which is a shame, you know. I just talked about Konami now and I got a bit depressed. I don't know if you fellas noticed, but I remember that we are never gonna get another Metal Gear Solid made by Hideo Kojima because Hideo Kojima left Konami. And that sucks. Especially because Konami seems to be, you know, making some bad choices in the last years. They only care about gambling nowadays, it seems. You know, about making pachinko machines, that sort of stuff. Come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. You're not gonna kill me. Yeah, nice. I was punished for that. Okay, I deserve that. I deserve that. So yeah. When I started playing the Ground Zeroes, the Metal Gear Solid, and the voice for Snake wasn't David Hayter anymore, because on Ground Zeroes and Metal Gear Solid they changed the voice actor for Snake. Up to that point it was David Hayter, you know, the classic Snake voice. And on Ground Zeroes and Metal Gear Solid 5, I think it is Kiefer Sutherland. Which is, you know, he's doing a good job. I initially thought I would not like him as the voice of Snake, but he did a good job, it seems, you know. After listening to his work for a while, I was okay with it. He's making a good version of Snake. But it was kind of depressing, you know, to not hear David Hayter anymore. Saying, how does he say that? Metal Gear. I don't know. I'm not good at doing voice impressions, but if you fellas played Metal Gear Solid up to the Peace Walker game on PSP, you know, 1 to Peace Walker, Metal Gear 4, 3, 2, all of those, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a very iconic voice. And it made me sad to hear Snake voiced by someone else. I don't know what it is. Kind of like the end of an era. So yeah, AAA gaming is becoming a letdown, really. Okay, we have Uber. Let's rush Uncle Leo there. Medic is taking he's resting a little bit. Look how relaxing. Look at that. That's a very relaxing position, Mr. Medic. Very nice. Pretty cool, Medic. The fellas wanna go to Overgrown. Come on, didn't work. But that's a very nice map, fellas. So yeah, I'm getting old and nostalgic over video games. I think that's only natural, really. Okay. Oh, by the way, I did not play yet Death Stranding, you know, the new Hideo Kojima game. New, it's already quite old, but I haven't had an opportunity to play yet. Is it any good? Have you fellas played Death Stranding? Because I heard it's quite different from Metal Gear Solid. I would like to give it a try someday. Where is everyone? There's a heavy here. Somewhere. The spy. That was a dead ringer. The medic there. Come on, medic. Pick me again. Nah, he's not gonna do it. He's smart. That medic's smart. So yeah. What else are you saying? Let's see. And Eric saying that if Redfall was free to play, maybe it will save the game a little bit. I imagine it will go free to play, you know, especially if it is a sales failure. Eventually they will come up with a free to play version of the game at the very least. I think nowadays it's inevitable. If it's also talking about the Star Wars survival game, yeah, I heard it is a good game, you know, it is fun, but the PC port seems to be a mess. That's what I heard about that one. But it seems that the actual gameplay is good. On console, for example, it seems the console version plays fine. But the PC port is quite bad. I saw a lot of people complaining about that one as well on the Steam Deck subreddit. Because it doesn't run well at all on any PC. Ah, got you there! That's a funny name. That's a pretty funny name, my friend. Pretty cool. No, Scramble Teens. No, why Scramble Teens? No reason to Scramble Teens. At least not right now. Especially because I'm gonna end stream as soon as this match is over. Because we've been playing for about an hour. Time flies, I didn't even notice. It was already close to 1 hour of stream. Very nice, always a good time playing with you fellas. Pretty cool. And Payload Pier is a hit. Great game, great game. So yeah, what else are you saying there? Let me see before I finish up, before I wrap it up. And Hazmat saying, maybe Konami will make a remake of Metal Gear Solid, correcting some mistakes and inconsistencies in the story and with new graphics. I don't know, I don't really want them to change the story, Hazmat, because I really like the Metal Gear story, lore, you know, it's at the same time it's serious and silly, you know, it is ridiculous, but it has a serious tone to it that's quite interesting, and it tackles some deep topics, especially Metal Gear Solid 2, for example. I don't really want them changing that. What I would like in regards to Metal Gear is a good PC port of Metal Gear Solid 3. Because nowadays, if you want to play Metal Gear Solid 3 on PC, you have to emulate it. So you have to emulate the PS2 version or the PS3 and Xbox 360 remasters or the 3DS version. And you know, from those, I've heard that the Xbox 360 version is the best one to emulate on PC. I heard it runs well and it doesn't have the problems that the PS2 and PS3 version have in regards to pressure sensitive buttons. Because PS2 and PS3 have pressure sensitive buttons that we don't have on PC gamepads, on PC controllers. And the Xbox 360 version was made with that in mind, I think. So that's why I heard the Xbox 360 is the best one to emulate. But I would like to have an official PC port that works well, okay, for MGS3. That would be very neat. So I would buy that if Konami released such a product, even if I don't like Konami nowadays. You know, they disappointed me. Almost as much as Valve has disappointed me. Konami is another one of those that I'm very jaded towards nowadays. So yeah. And Game Boy arrived at the end of the stream. Welcome to the stream, and we're gonna wrap it up now. So maybe next time try joining earlier, Game Boy. But I'm happy you managed to show up here. Very nice. And Felipe was video game plays. Very nice. It was nice playing with you, Felipe. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Joker Miles recorded gameplay. I'm gonna watch it later, Joker Miles. Whenever you upload it. That's very nice. Pretty cool. So yeah, fellas, thank you very much for showing up to play with me. I had a blast. You know, I said at the start of stream that I was gonna suffer because I was gonna play Sniper. But I had a good time. You know, it was a nice choice. I think it was a good change of pace. And thank you very much for being here to talk about video games and play some TF2. It's always a good time when you're here with me, fellas. So here's a big heart to all of you. And have a wonderful week, my friends. We'll see each other